Alright folks, welcome to the Santa Fe National Forest. And max fine $5,000, no charcoal grills, no campfire. My goodness. Folks, so far New Mexico has not been very inviting on this trip. Wear a mask or it's a $100 fine. If you're in a business not wearing a mask, they'll charge the business a $200 fine. No fireworks. I can understand the no fireworks, but you can't go camping and have a damn campfire. I mean, are we really at that level of, I mean, maybe we are. Maybe we are, but when people go camping, they obviously want to have a charcoal grill and a campfire. So you're supposed to have a 14-day mandatory quarantine if you're a visitor. Wear a mask, no campfire, no charcoal grill, no fireworks. What? Do not pass. God damn. Stop the mine. I'm bombarded by negativity here in New Mexico, my friends. And that's not how I remembered it on my last trip. I'm taking a ride down here, and we're basically next to the Pecos River. I got a little campsite up here. It's a little hidden gem, little best kept secret. But I don't know if it's open. I mean, all these places may be closed because of the Rona. And with all these negative signs, I'm almost inclined to believe that they are closed. But we'll ride down this, right up into this canyon and see what's going on. Alright, here's a site right here. Looks like people are out. And folks, where I'm on 63 northbound. We got off of I-25, Interstate 25. And yeah, those guys are out there fishing. So these little day use areas aren't closed down, but the campground may be a different site. And what I'm planning on doing is camping out for the night if I can. It's an absolute gorgeous drive through here. You got the river over to the left side of us. Look at this rock face. Absolutely beautiful with these pines, firs. See, got a gentleman over here fly fishing over in the river. You gotta love it up here. Santa Fe National Forest. Just a beautiful place. Across this bridge, a bunch of fishermen getting ready to go fishing in the river. Our community of Torero. I was gonna stop at that little country store, but it's closed. Bad call on my part, but I like, you know, like stopping at these little out of the way country stores. I guess it's closed because of the Rona, I guess. I got beer, I ain't got no food. Alright folks, now we're on this little road that leads us up here to this campground. And there's a sign back there. I didn't get it because I had to change the battery out, but it basically says low clearance vehicles not recommended or something like that. You know, if it's raining or snowing, you got to have a four-wheel drive to get up this road right here. And you can see these humps. You don't want to come up here in a damn lowrider, that's for sure. I'm in a Toyota RAV4. Unfortunately, I don't think this model is all-wheel drive. But I think we'll be able to get up here. And of course, this is July, so it's the best time of the year to get up here. I think this road is probably closed in the winter, except to residents. I'm not certain of that, but it's a little bit off-road, so you need a proper vehicle, preferably a four-wheel drive, but it's not absolutely necessary. So far I've seen deer, chipmunks. What I saw, I see a squirrel, rabbit. I saw a deer basically run up a brick face just a minute ago, like it was a mountain goat. And I'm just gonna take you up here for a walk around. And this country up here is mountain lion country. When I was here the first time, I saw some tracks, fresh tracks from a mountain lion, and they were huge. And what was funny is I was up here by myself, and there were 4 young gentlemen that came up, and they were armed to the teeth. I mean, every one of them had a AR-15 with a pistol, backpacks. They were camoed up, and they weren't hunting, they were just hiking, what have you. They went down in the woods on this trail that I was on previously that day. They were down there about 10 minutes and came back, and they rolled out and they stopped off, and really nice kids. They're about 20, 21. And they said, excuse me, sir. They said, we just want to let you know, we just saw some fresh mountain lion tracks, and they're huge. And I said, yeah, I saw them earlier. They just kind of looked at me like I was an idiot. And they said, well, look, you know, we're armed, but we're leaving. And you might want to be careful, and you might want to consider changing locations because it's fresh and it's big. And so they left, and every one of them was carrying rifles and pistols. I was unarmed, but I'd already kind of set up my campsite, and I wasn't in the mood of trying to change up my location. They were giving me good advice, I just didn't heed it. And coming up in here today, I'm not carrying any weapons or anything like that, but there are signs up here that warn you that this is mountain lion country, and to be aware. Nobody would know about this little campground unless somebody tells you. And I really hate to even do this video, but it's just one of my cool little spots that I stumbled onto. And since I haven't been here in years, I was coming through Santa Fe. I said, screw it, I'm gonna go up here and look at my campsite, do a quick walking tour. And there's no cell service up here unless something's changed when you get to the top, but I've had no cell service for about a couple miles now. And you know, on both sides of the road, this is private property, but at the very end of this is, I'm not sure if it's national park or we'll find out here, but that's a sampling of the road getting in here. This is Iron Gate Campground Road, and it's off of Highway 63, which is north of Torero in the Santa Fe National Forest, my friends. And this RAV4 is a champion, even though it's not an all-wheel drive. It's getting me up this hill. The GoPro's got great stabilization, or else you'd see how damn bumpy this crap is. But you know, if you want to get away from people, sometimes you got to drive down roads like this. Oh, another thing, this is a big hangout for horses too. Believe it or not, they bring big ass horse trailers up this rocky ass road. But this is a horse riding spot. But it's called Iron Gate Campground. And again, you'd never find this in a million years unless somebody told you where it's at. Alright, so let's pick a route. I'll go to the right here. And this is one of those where if a car comes up, you know, I grew up on a dirt road, and it's basically the bigger vehicle has the right of way. So you may have to do some scooting over, some backing up. But today's Thursday. What the hell is today? Today's Thursday, July 9th, 2020. In the middle of this situation, however you want to refer to it, whatever the hell you want to call it. you know, they're requiring visitors to quarantine for 14 days. Wear a mask. If you don't wear a mask, it's a $100 fine. And if you're in a store and you're not wearing a mask, they'll fine you $100 and they'll fine the store $200. So I'm not really inclined to stay up here. I'm just gonna pass through, since I'm not coming in contact with anybody probably at this campground. I don't think that I'm violating any rules. I was on the interstate and I just decided to stop off over here to take some pictures and take a pee. And don't worry, governor, I'll be on my merry ass way, since you're not being very friendly to your fellow Americans right now. Alright, so kind of smooth coming down this hill. But there you go, there's your sign, Santa Fe National Forest. This is Grass Mountain Summer Home Area. No campfires and no camping. But if you look at this little sign here to the left, it's going to point you to the right, which says Iron Gate Campground. And again, all, you know, there's just private property up in here. There's private homes. It's just absolutely beautiful. And I don't think I'm going to give away too big of secrets, because not too many people are going to actually bring their ass all the way up here. Little log cabin up on the right there. And I don't know if the folks here actually own this or if they own those land leases. You know, I'm not exactly sure how that works, but when you get on National Park Service land or adjacent to it, you know, you'll see these really cheap cabins for sale, but they're not technically for sale. You're just basically buying like a 30-year or 40-year timeshare, which if you plan on coming up here a lot or staying up here, it is cheap. But you know, some of these deals you don't actually own the land. It's more like a timeshare. And we are still off-roading here, so to speak. First time I came up here, I had a car, and I had a rental car, some four-door something, and the damn thing bottomed out on me. I almost got my ass stuck in a rut, maybe this rut right here. So what happened after the first time I came up here, I went down the hill and I went and picked up a four-wheel drive. I was like, dude, you gotta trade this car out for a four-wheel drive, because I'm going up to my little, going back up to this little camping spot, and it's too cool. But again, this RAV4 seems to be taking me on up the hill. It's doing a little spinning because it's front wheel drive, but it's the little engine that could. And I know there's a lot of background noise. That's my natural lights slushing around in that cooler back there. I've been talking bad about Budweiser because they changed the Budweiser and the Bud Light, the Bud Ice. It all don't taste the same, but the natural light is actually pretty similar. So I can deal with the natural light. Plus I bought an 18 pack and it was like less than 12 bucks. How can you beat that? Alright, another little A-frame house over there. And yeah, this little drive up here may be a little bit long and boring, but you know, like I said, folks, a lot of my videos, they're for me. I mean, I share them with you, but some of them, the way I edit and the way I film, it's for me to reflect back on when my ass is too old or what have you. And to be honest, this will be the last time that I traverse this road. It'll be the last time that I come over here to this campsite, probably. There's this sign. Oh, over here on the left, you got some gentlemen working on a cabin. Again, it's private property to the left, and they'll let you know all this is private property. But if you just keep straight, you're good to go. And if you can see off to the left side of the aircraft, that little open prairie, the mountains in the background. Got another A-frame over here on the right. Alright, just a little bit of smooth sailing here. And again, you'll see no trespassing signs, left, right of the road. That's fine. That's their personal property. It's cute little places. I'm not sure what kind of snow load they get up here. I don't know if they get a whole lot of snow in this canyon or not. This is the Pecos Canyon on the Pecos River. There you go. That's just a majestic view out through there. And on a couple of the highest peaks, there is some snow up there. It appears to be just a little bit. Nice sunny day. And this last sign right here will scare you. Okay, and this says entering private land, U.S. Department of Agriculture, but Iron Gate Campground is 2 miles, and it says keep gate closed. Now, I'm assuming we can drive over this gate. Yep, because this is a cattle gate. And it says stables in Geronimo something, something, something. And one of the reasons I'm going to keep this camera going is because if I just told you to come to Iron Gate Campground, you would bail out at several points along this route because you're scared that it's private land. Okay, and we are crossing private land, but there is a right of way to get back to this campsite. So that's why I'm going to keep the camera rolling. If you are, now my goodness, this right here is where you will get bottomed out if you're in a vehicle, in a car, right here. The RAV4 seems to take it pretty good. And that, I think that's where I got stuck in the car. And I'm hoping that we'll be able to go back up this thing. Should be able to with front wheel drive. Now, heed my warning, because there is no cell service here. So you get your vehicle stuck and bottomed out on there, it's a long walk down there to try to find somebody to help you out. Alright, so no problem with the RAV4. A couple of big ass humps right there. And to be honest, I don't know how in the hell they get down in here with these horse trailers. Oh my goodness, look at that tree laying across that top of that tree. Oh my God, I don't even know if I want to go under it. Fuck it, just hit the gas and go quick. Okay, there's another sign. It says no hunting, parking, trespassing, both sides of the road, between cattle guards, private lands, Bravo 1. Now look, if I were landowners in here, I mean, I understand their plight. They don't want hordes of people coming up and down this road, and that's probably one reason they keep the road as rough as it is. And I'm not trying to disrespect their property by showing everybody how to get in here, but I'm not the first person to do a video or an article on this place. You know, I mean, it's on the National Park Service website, what have you. There's another sign, no hunting. Okay, drive slowly, watch for children and animals. And again, again to the left, that's private property. So you just keep going. And folks, I ain't gonna lie, man, you know, I've stopped the video a couple of times, but it'd take you, shit, it's what, it'd take 20 minutes to get up this hill, get up in here. Another little steep incline here. RAV4 F-22 stealth fighter jet takes it like a champion. Alright, no hunting, private property. Okay, what do we got here? Florentino and something Gonzalez Ranch. Oh, Florentino and Euphemia Gonzalez Ranch, founded in 1950. And it's got a picture of the gentleman and his wife there. So they founded the ranch. And I don't know how this campground came into play, or if they deeded it to the Park Service. I don't have any idea. But even if you don't come camping up here, if you just drive up this road, you're just going to see some of the most beautiful sights you've ever seen. A couple little barns, fences on both sides of the road. And I know that sun is probably jacking with this camera, shooting on the GoPro. It doesn't have a whole lot of tolerance for backlighting in the sun. But if I were not shooting on a GoPro, you wouldn't be able to tolerate this footage. And there's some pretty sharp rocks in here too. Definitely want to take it slow so you don't cut a damn tire. And folks, you know, I started almost not to come up here. I started not to come up here, and I said, you know what, you son of a bitch, you just came from the other side of the globe, the other side of the country. You probably never be over here again. Just drive your butt up there and check the place out. Beautiful, beautiful trees. And you know, I've been up here a few times, so during the week I was the only person here, but like on Friday, Saturday night, a lot of folks come up here with horse trailers and horses and ride these trails. This RAV4 is a champion. And there's a little chipmunk over to the right, if you can see him over there on that hill. Now here's another cattle guard. Just take it slow across the cattle guard. Should be fine. That's what it's designed for. Where vehicles can cross, but cows can't. Still continuing straight. There's a culvert they put in here. And if my recollection serves me right, we are almost to the campground, almost to the end of this road. There's a turkey right in the middle of the darn road. Make it 2 turkeys. I don't know if you can see them, but there's 2 wild turkeys right there, folks. All we need now is a moose or an elk. Them turkeys. Yep, 2 of them. We just took off to the left side of the aircraft. Another home place here on the left. They got sheep out there. So we got a little bit further to go. What a beautiful day. Now, that sign said invited guests only. Now, let's see, en route. If you type in this road on your GPS, it'll come up. I don't know if the campground will. But you talk about a beautiful summer day, but it is cool up here. I mean, it's almost to the point if you're not in the sun, it's jacket weather. That's how cool it is, and it's a cool breeze. And so I'm gonna tell you, since there's no campfires allowed, you better make sure you got a good sleeping bag or a warm lady to snuggle up next to. Because it's brisk, it's cool up here at night. I think the elevation, and folks, I may be way off, but is it 8,000 feet? I'll have to look it up. 8,000, is it that high? I might be way off on that. But it is slightly up in elevation, so it's cool up here. Sleeping bag. A couple ladies, one on each side of you to keep you warm. That's what I recommend. I guess my memory failed me because we still got a little piece to go. Just gets kind of narrow in here with these trees. And again, I have no idea how to get them horse trailers through here. They must just come plowing through, scraping trees, lock it down into 4-wheel drive, and just hit it in low and drag them on up here. Kind of leaning, big old leaning oak tree. I got a silver/gray Dodge pickup truck coming up behind me quickly. It's a big 4-wheel drive, so you can obviously travel a lot faster than me. I don't know if it's one of the homeowners going to ask me where I'm going. And I may take my butt all the way down here and this gate be closed. Maybe that's what he's trying to tell me. I don't know. But I'm committed at this point, and I'll just play dumb. Guess they're trying to talk to me and honk the horn or flash the lights. I gotta slow down, it's right on my ass. Hopefully it's not one of these fucking crazies gonna yell at me for not social distancing. All right. So we're here at the campground, almost, and it basically makes a big, huge circle. There you go, Santa Fe National Forest Campground, Iron Gate. See, I went in line. Oh, and there's folks up here, so I'm not the only one here. Wilderness users do not park in camp units. Now, if you're going to get one of these spots, you stop off here to the left and you pay, and off to the right side of the aircraft is restrooms. But there's already people up here camping. So if you're going to take one of these campsites, you got to pay, and I think it's $4 a day. I'm going to go back down there and verify. Now look, some of these sites have horse corrals. So I tell you, this is for horse people. So over to the right, that campsite has its own corral. So if you're gonna camp, obviously you pay, but if you're just coming up here to hike or day use, right back here, where's the damn trailhead? The trailhead's over to the right. Oh, okay, right down here. The trailhead is over to the right side of the aircraft. That's where you start, and I'm going to get out and we'll walk you over there. And then parking is right here to the right for day use. And I don't think you have to pay anything for just day use. I don't think so. I'll social distance my vehicle. So that gentleman didn't have anything to do with me. He was just coming here himself. So I'm not the only one here. And that's good and bad, folks. I mean, there's like I said, there's no cell service here. So sometimes it's a good thing that there's your fellow human beings around in case you had some type of emergency. This is Iron Gate Campground. Now they're saying no campfires and they're saying no grills, but they've got facilities for it. And again, if you're you know, if you bring a horse, they have their own stalls here. So this is definitely a horse place. And we'll walk over to the trailhead. Folks, it is so cool up here. Oh my goodness. I'm tempted to spend the night. I don't have my tent. I didn't stop by Walmart yet and pick up a little tent. I do have a sleeping bag. I can either cowboy camp or I can sleep in the car. But basically, if you start out and go down this trail here, that'll take you all the way down to the river. Now it's a long walk, and I don't think you come up here to go to the river. There's plenty of places down there to park if you're going to you know, be fishing or what have you down there. Again, this is for hiking and horses. And you can do a lot of research on the internet. These trails, people have, you know, posted a lot of stuff about them. I don't say a lot of stuff, but there's stuff about these trails. And I'll show you the trailhead over here. But it's just absolutely beautiful up here. And nobody would tell you about this. There's no way you would find out unless a good friend tells you. So here we go. And the trail starts over there. So there you go. Entering burned area. See, weed prevention. Let's see. Where does it talk about wilderness regulations? All right, so established in 1892 as the Pecos River Forest Reserve, Pecos Wilderness was one of the first federally protected natural areas in the United States. Please do your part to protect wilderness resources for future generations. All right, now, for some reason, I don't see the warnings about the mountain lions like I saw last time, there were all kind of warnings about mountain lions. I don't know, seem to have taken them down, unless it's over here. All right, now these are the shitters that they're just a hole in the ground. Obviously a critter's got in here, just to give you a look around. They do have restrooms, but they're, you know, rudimentary. So if you're looking for you know, there's a couple of places, I can't remember the names of them, but if you're looking to backpack and hike out like 2 or 3 miles into some prairie and some beautiful areas over there, I think this is the start of the trail, and it's pretty well marked because and look at there, I'm not going to show you, but somebody lost her driver's license. It's an Oklahoma driver's license, and I'll just tell you her first name is Jennifer. Jennifer, if you lost your license and you're from Oklahoma, it's sticking in this post right here. I'm not going to show everybody, put your ID data on there. But these trails are pretty well marked, again, because horses come through here, so it's hard to get off this trail, I'd say. You know, if you're worried about safety or what have you, getting lost. Jennifer from Oklahoma, your license is stuck in that stump right there, darling. And you know, I'd say the types of people that come up here, that thing will stay there until you come back and reclaim it. Maybe a park ranger will take it and drop it in the mail. Probably what I should do, but she might figure it out. She's down the road and turn around and come back and try to find it. I don't know. Go up here and read this board. No fireworks, no campfires, no charcoal grill. Stoves are okay. There's prohibitions. What have you. They've changed it. They've changed it, folks. I don't see any of the warning signs about the damn mountain lions. Years ago, you were very well warned about that threat up here. And trust me, I can personally attest to it. Those are the biggest mountain lion tracks I've ever seen in my life. And where they were, when we were on that trail going down, like goes down the hill, I guess eventually to the river over there. It's a long ways, but that's where we saw it. So again, this thing just goes in a circle. First come, first serve. I'll give you a look at the paddocks for the horses, and then we'll come down and see how much it is. Now, over in that direction, I don't know if you can get to it from the trail or not, but you go over this hill, and there's a couple of creeks / rivers, what do you want to call them? It's the Rito, let me see if I say it right, Rio de las Trampas, which means Creek of the Traps. That's it. Rito de las Trampas. Creek of the Traps, and the Mora River. I think Mora means blackberry. So Blackberry River and Creek of the Traps. And so you can check out these paddocks here. So if you got horses, you don't got to stay tied up or in the horse trailer the whole time. You can turn them out here in these paddocks. And they're in pretty good shape. A couple logs missing. And I understand it, no campfires, what have you if it's a season. But years before, when I was here, campfires were not a big deal. Maybe it's just the time of year, or maybe it's permanent. But before, you could have fires. Well, folks, I want you to, I know the GoPro don't do it any justice, but check out those mountains with that moon up there. The last time I was here, there was a lot more snow up there. So you just barely see right on top of that ridge up there. Got some snow. It is such a cool breeze coming. I got to get a jacket on. Yeah, I think there's another restroom here. And again, folks, it's just a hole in the ground type deal. You know, sort of military style. Like if you ever been out to the range, it's just a big hole in the ground or what have you. But at least there is a place to utilize the facilities. Personally, I'd rather shit in the woods, but okay. All right, so here we go. Let's start here. $4 per vehicle per day, and trailhead parking fee, it says nothing. The picnic site is $2. So it looks like, it appears you can park for free, but if you're going to use these picnic tables, you need to pay $2, and if you're going to camp, it's only $4. So you get an envelope from the box, put the required fee, and you put it in this tube over here. There's a 14-day stay limit, maximum of 2 vehicles per campsite, and the quiet hours are from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. Let's see if there's any. Okay, awesome. So there's a payment envelope in here. I'm gonna go back to the car and decide what I'm gonna do, if I'm gonna move on or stay. It's just so damn beautiful. And you put the information on there, put your $4, and put it in this thing right here. Too easy. And I think only on one occasion have I ever seen the park ranger up here. I'm not saying he probably comes up here every day. I'm not trying to throw him under the bus, but it's just a peaceful place. But coming up that road, if you don't maintain course, all those no trespassing signs, it's going to scare you from coming up here. Don't be scared. Just take it slow and keep motoring on up the hill. Okay, here's your closer look at the picnic sites. See, they have these nice facilities for you know, for charcoal barbecue or over an open flame. So I would assume that if they permanently ban the campfire, they would take it out. So I think it's just this time of year. Maybe it's just extra dry right now. And they're saying no fires. If I decide to stay, I gotta pick me out a spot. And I would also make this caveat: if you know, if you come up here and you don't have a horse, you know, don't take up one of these spots that has the paddocks. Because if somebody shows up with a horse and you're in the last spot, you're gonna look like that's rude, right? So it's just something to think about, because not every campsite has a paddock. So obviously I'm not gonna take that one over there. I would take maybe this one here if I stay. Oh, that's a picnic site. And I guess that's a good question. I don't see why you can't stay in the picnic site. Back my car right down into there. Use that picnic table to homestead it. We'll figure it out. The chipmunks over here. I don't know if you can see him. Well, he just ran up under the trash thing. You try to leave the trash down in there with the lid on it. Like, there's a sticker right there, you know, it says it's bear country. I mean, we are in bear country. But to be honest, the bears don't really concern me. I mean, they do, they should. But you know, as long as you make a lot of noise and you don't sneak up on a bear or get between a mama bear and cubs, you know, bear attacks are pretty damn rare. I mean, mountain lion attacks are rare too. But the thing about a damn mountain lion is it's a hunter. It'll stalk your ass and be chomping on your throat before you even know that it's there. So I'm much more concerned with mountain lions. I'm not really concerned with bears. That's just me. You know, I've been around bears in the wild, run up on bears in the wild before. And like I said, as long as you give them a wide berth, and plenty of space and make noise, and if you see 2 little cute bear cubs, just go the other direction. You're pretty much okay, in my experience with bears. But mountain lions will hunt your ass. Different story. I could just back up right over here, homestead that spot right there. Views up here, looking at these mountains way over there. I know you can't see for the GoPro, but that thing's got snow on the very tip of it, and it's just a beautiful place around here. So if you're ever in Santa Fe, coming through New Mexico, I'll put the grid, I'll put the location down in the description. And you know what, folks? I don't think I'm going to stay here tonight, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm looking at these tags, and most of them are New Mexico tags. And with this situation, I think I'm just going to mosey on off the road where outsiders are a little bit more welcome during these times. Hope you enjoyed this little walk around of Iron Gate Campground, north of Torero, New Mexico. What did I say? Is it off of 63? I'll put all the directions down there. But if you're around here, it's a perfect place. But I would say, in my experience on the weekends, it does get crowded. So you try to get here early on a Friday to stake out your claim. During the week, it's never been a problem. Folks, it may have been a hasty little walking tour. It was a hasty little walking tour. You just have to come up here and see for yourself, you know. That's the great thing about America. You know, America, we have a lot of flaws. Oh shit, if I run in that ditch, I ain't getting out of that ditch. Careful coming out of here. Swing it wide right. You get your wheel down in that rut, you might not get out. The good thing, the great thing about America is all these little spots like this. All these little nook and cranny places. You know, in the park service, in the park system. America is just full of these little hidden gems. You know, everybody, any situation is what you make it, right? And I'm human, I complain about shit too. But I wasn't gonna come back to my home country for the first time in years and sit around, quarantine myself, and be scared to fucking go outside like, you know, a lot of these folks are, listening to all this government bullshit. You know, I like to take lemons and make lemonade. And that's what I'm doing. Now, I elected not to stay here. Mostly New Mexico tags, so, you know, maybe the locals are just enjoying their little slice of heaven without tourists. Alright, whatever. I'm not fully aware of what this quarantine entails. Okay, it doesn't say they can't stop you from coming to New Mexico and being a visitor. The sign just says visitors must quarantine for 14 days. Does that mean if I camp out in that spot right there, I got to quarantine myself in that campground for 14 days? I don't know how the law is supposed to be interpreted. So instead of getting my ass in any trouble, which shit, I always get in trouble, but it's just not on my plans. I gotta be somewhere, I got some people to see. So that'd be funny as shit if I'm sitting there, you know, if I camped out there tonight, and then the damn game warden or the park ranger, whoever came around, said, "Are you not from around here?" Nope. Well, you got to quarantine 14 days. I don't mind camping out here for 14 days. I really don't. But I got places to be and people to see. And so it's probably, it's not in my best interest for my travel plans to get locked down at this campground for 14 days. But I'd love it. I mean, how can you not love staying in that little campground? That's why I'm going to move on. That's why I'm going to move on. To avoid any scrutiny on that. It's kind of stupid, right? I mean, you can stop at a gas station, get gas, and leave. You don't have to fucking quarantine yourself at that gas station for 14 days. If you go to a hotel and spend one night because you're so sleepy you can't drive any further, I'm certain that doesn't mean you have to quarantine your ass at that hotel for 14 days. It's silliness. If I didn't have anywhere to go, I would stay there, but just to avoid any fucking up my travel plans, I'm moving out, and I'll get over into Colorado and see if they're welcoming of their fellow Americans, or if they're being assholes or bitches. I think the governor here is a woman, right? So that'd make her a bitch. But if it's a male, he'd be an asshole for these mandatory masks and these whatever the fuck they got going on. Come on. The data is in. Where are the bodies? You don't quarantine the entire world over the flu every year or any other of these bacteria or viruses floating around that are harmful to humans, folks. You just got another one to add to the fucking list. Okay, that's gonna kill 150 to 500,000 people every year like the flu. There's no reason to hide in your house. Somebody said, stop calling it a hoax. Okay, the virus itself is not a hoax, it's real. But the response, the government response, is the fucking hoax. It's the joke. The joke that's been played on all of us, and we've allowed them to play this fucking joke on us. Okay? No reason to be hiding in your houses anymore or wearing a fucking mask. God damn, it's just incredible how easy, if you repeat a message long enough, frequent enough, you know, enough times, that people will start to believe it. And there was a famous person in history who said that. And if you know what I'm talking about, you leave it down in the comments. And listen, I didn't say he was a good person, a bad person. I didn't say. I said a famous person in history who said that. You put some information out there, you keep repeating it, you double down on it, and sooner or later the people will buy it and they believe it. And that's what's happened during this COVID-19 shit. Alright folks, enough about that. Let me get concentrating where I don't pop my tires coming down this damn thing. And the same truck is behind me again, gonna push me. And he's got them big knobby tires or whatever he's got, and I'm in this RAV4. He'll just have to fucking wait on me. Or maybe I'll pull over and let him go by. Because he can obviously travel a lot quicker than I can. That'd be the right thing to do. Let me just pull over and see if this dude will come on by me. Yeah, he'll come on by. Take care, buddy. That's the key to getting up and down this hill, is four-wheel drive with big tires. Alright folks, I'm out of here. Peace out. Hope you enjoyed that. We'll see you on the next one. And folks, when you come up that road there, this is it. It's road 223, limited use road, not suitable for wet weather travel or low clearance vehicles. There you go. Iron Gate Road, Iron Gate Campground. It says narrow, steep road, which it is. And I was led to this campground many years ago by the words of a poem, and I want to thank that gentleman for writing that poem and for the adventure that he took me on. There you go, Iron Gate Campground, my friends. A little slice of paradise up here in the mountains. Oh, we got some beautiful deer. Folks, here's a look around this day use area, the fishing area. And I'm not gonna stay here for fish. I'm just gonna show you the Pecos River. This is the Pecos Canyon State Park, $5 per vehicle. And it's just beautiful here on the Pecos. People out there fishing. Let's take a look at those mountains. It's just beautiful out here. This is beautiful, but we're going to Colorado and then we're going to Montana. I've never kicked it around Montana. I'm looking forward to that. Hey, I want to be a rock star. Headed towards Colorado. Just beautiful, like open plains with the mountains in the background. It's beautiful country through here, beautiful ride. It's open plains as far as the eye can see. I'm gonna get off here at Wagon Mountain and get some gas. Just take a look at that scenery right there. It's just as far as the eye can see, beautiful. Northern New Mexico, beautiful. The clouds in the sky. It's a beautiful day to be rolling along with a sunroof open. My goodness.